Okay, today we are doing Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad are friends. This is from my oldest two children loved Frog and Toad when they were little, and I think the youngest did too. But we're going to start with this one. Spring. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. "Toad, Toad," shouted Frog. "Wake up! It's spring!" "Blah," said a voice from inside the house. "Toad, Toad," cried Frog. "The sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up!" "I'm not here," said the voice. Frog walked into the house. It was dark. All the shutters were closed. "Toad, where are you?" cried Frog. "Go away," said the voice from the corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He'd pulled the covers up over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of bed. He pushed him out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. "Help," said Toad. "I cannot see anything." "Don't be silly," said Frog. "What you see is clear, warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad. Think of it," said Frog. "We'll skip in the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river. And in the evenings we will sit right here on this front porch and count the stars." "You can count them, Frog," said Toad. "I will be too tired. I'm going back to bed." And Toad went back into the house. He got into the bed and pulled the covers over his head again. "But Toad," cried Frog, "you'll miss all the fun." "Listen, Frog," said Toad. "How long have I been asleep?" "You've been asleep since November," said Frog. "Well then," said Toad, "a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up about 1/2 May. Good night, Frog." "But Toad," said Frog, "I'll be lonely until then." Toad didn't answer. He'd fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page and the January page and the February page and the March page. He came to the April page, and Frog tore off the April page too. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. "Toad, Toad, wake up! It's May now." "What?" said Toad. "Can it be May so soon?" "Yes," said Frog. "Look at your calendar." Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. "Why, it is May," said Toad as he climbed out of bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see the world and how it was looking in the spring. And that's the end.